Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg is Josh to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, well, he certainly approaches stage with a smile on his face, Wes, and he looks like he's determined to enjoy himself here.
I think that's the only way you can really perform at your best, if you know you're going to enjoy the game. He's got a really tough time here with Josh. He's flying at the moment. High on confidence, as always, but even more so because he's won a tournament recently in the pro ranks for the first time. But what a way to start.
182.
Keep on smiling, Wes. And that's what will happen.
Yeah, the progress line in the
85.
careers of these two men have gone in different directions over the last year or two. There's Newton here, though, threatens to roll back the years. Great
99.
start to this match from him, but yeah, he's not reached the quarterfinals of anything since the Players' Championship finals in 2014. And for a guy that was regularly in major
60.
quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals, it's a baffling slide.
It really is. I mean, Wes has obviously got quality. The amount of Pro Tour events that he's won, the European Tour event he's won, been in the Premier League. He's done almost everything
58.
in this sport without really setting it on fire. I know he's nicked a few dollars from my pocket over the years. It's made him a very annoying opponent, and that's what he can be sometimes.
100.
He never gives up. He's got a lot of grit.
164.
He's already showed in this first leg that he's going to be tough to beat tonight. But what we tend to forget
84.
is
Joshua
Wes
Require
has been on the PDC
156.
circuit now for something like 14 years. There's not a lot of people can still say that.
140. Where's your require? 80.
Shot from Payne, so Newton looking for 80. Now he's got 75. He needs to use 25 ball, and he's hit the ball. That's unfortunate, really, but it's missing
56.
a big 20 in the first place that got him
Joshua
in that
require
position.
16.
Happens every time. Go for a 25 for 75. And there it is. That's a horrible, horrible lie. First one,
No
as you can
score.
see in the footage there, it was just
Where's your require?
waving
24.
across that double 8. 24 for a one-leg lead. Down to the bottom of double 3.
21.
Not this time. So
Joshua
Josh has got
require
away with
16.
it. It's his throw, and he wants to hold.
Yep, the Fleetwood flinger opened with a 180, but he could end up losing the first leg if Payne can pin this double 8, but he's got exactly the same scenario
Game
this
shot
time,
on
and
the
this
first
time
leg.
he's found
Josh
the middle.
Payne. Second leg is
Straight
Wes
through.
to throw first. Game on.
Like setting up goalposts with the first two and knocking the penalty in between.
Tell you what, that was like a fastball hitting middle stump
42.
and nothing else. What a dart from Josh Payne. I noticed as well, even though in the previous visit he had that exact same blocker shot and the exact same second dart, it didn't faze him.
100.
He just went up there and hit it, and that shows a bit of class.
Well, his darts obviously lie that way, and he's used to that, isn't he? So certainly getting some results recently. The
134.
most recent meeting between these two was when Josh Payne went on to win his first Players' Championship title just over a month ago. He beat
96.
Listen to the names he beat: Paul Gerwin-Price, Ronnie Hybrex, Wes Newton, Kevin Payne, and Menzo Suljovic, Steve Brown, and then James Wade in the final. So he certainly earned that victory.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it, when you think about it? You can
58.
pick any of those opponents and say it's a banana skin, but the one that sticks out for me there is the game against Wadey. I mean, in the final, James is sitting on a double, and Josh has got 116. He's got one dart in his hand
79.
to win a Pro Tour. You've done all that work over the course of your young life, and you've put yourself in the position with one dart to hit a double, and he did it, and that shows courage.
75.
Just a month before that, Payne was winning a development tour event, still only 22 years old.
It's not fair, is it? He can play on the Pro Tour and the Youth Tour.
128.
When's the Senior Tour start?
He's still a few years away from that yet, Paul.
I'm planning ahead.
90. Joshua require 98.
98, the equation staring Josh Payne in the face. Now 97. And Newton will get a prod at 102 to try and get level in this match.
74.
Interestingly
Where's
enough,
your require?
Wes
102.
was about Josh's age when he joined the PDC, so he can definitely attest to what Josh is doing right now. 87. Not going to get a pop at this visit.
50. Joshua require
So
24.
it's double 12 for Josh. Just taking his time. Double 12 for 2-0. On the wire. Double 6. He's on double 3 now.
21. Wes you require
Not happy with that
52.
dart at all. Great chance for Wes now.
12 for tops. Needs to come south.
32.
Too far.
Josh, you require
And
3.
Payne is left. Needing 1. For double 1.
Game shot on the second leg.
That's the
Josh
only way
Payne.
to go.
Third leg is Josh to
Literally.
throw first.
It's like Dan mentioned in the last game. It doesn't matter whether
Game
it's
on.
double 3, double 1, or 170, as long as you hit that final shot. Really good start for Josh. Hasn't been a brilliant game so far. But he seems to be in a really
140.
good rhythm.
Yeah, when Newton fired in that 180 in the very opening throw, it looked like he was going to be finding some form of old, but he
140.
found himself 2 legs down.
I think what Wes is looking for at the moment in his game is just a little bit of a confidence boost. By
96.
making this event, that's a confidence boost in itself, because those qualifiers are very, very difficult. I think when you've won one of these events as well, it makes you
95.
believe again that you can get there. Yes, we know we say it every single season, but the standard is increasing. New talent coming into the game,
58.
believing they can take all of these guys on, all the great players, the previous champions.
Well, look, a good dart player doesn't just wake up one morning and they're a bad dart player, do they? It
No.
doesn't work like that.
134.
Things can get in your way, like niggles, injuries, you know. But the one thing that tends to go away is confidence, and that doesn't happen overnight. That happens over the course of time.
171.
Well, this is a young
Wes
lad
you
with
require
plenty of confidence, and he's
132.
demonstrated it there with a 171 to leave double 18. Newton can still finish this, so if he hits a treble 19.
Well, Josh has only given him shots like this.
104. Josh you require 36.
Fantastic setup shot from Josh Payne.
Game shot on the third leg. Josh Payne.
finishing.
Fourth leg, it's Wes to
Wes
throw
is really
first.
up against
Game
it
on.
here. He's going to have to lift his game and fast. Hasn't played bad, but Josh has played really well.
100.
Both players really similar with the way their darts land in the board, upright, but a slight kick to the right with the flight.
100.
Yeah, Payne, one of the new breed of players into his fitness and all that kind of thing. Paul, you're a bit of a pioneer of that yourself in darts.
85.
I like to think so. I've
Not quite got the same size guns.
well, he's got youthful exuberance on his side. I think he trains slightly differently to me. I'm more into spinning, yoga, and a little bit
76.
of lightweight body pump. But I think he's more of a guy who likes to go to the free weight gym and pump his iron. But the way things are going at the moment for Josh, I wouldn't change a thing about his preparation. He seems to be playing really well.
135.
I think he looks a bit like Johnny Bravo. Wide shoulders, big hair flick.
55.
No, I'm not talking about the one from Hello Hello.
$57.
That's not a bad lead for Wes. Just got to rely on Josh. Sort of staying away now. A 180 would really change the complexity of this leg.
Yeah, even a treble now, you'd think he's
60.
pretty safe.
Wes
but
you
he's gonna
require
get 6 darts
124.
from 124.
That's perfect. Interesting. Very interesting. I could have sworn he would have gone down to the 16 area there.
Maybe he just fancied the light,
84.
but he
Huh?
would have been leaving double 2.
Maybe he knows something that we don't. Sometimes in the practice room, there's something you hit in practice with
60.
regularity.
Wes you require
Feel
40.
confident with it, and might have been double 2, but he's got tops.
We saw Jamie Caven do it earlier on and pin the double 2 first dart.
Maybe they were practicing together. Double 10.
Game shot on the
Perfect
fourth
shot.
leg. Wes
Really
Newton.
good adjustment.
Fifth leg is
He's
Josh
on
to
the
throw
board.
first. Game on.
Now he's got to think about getting a break and fast.
Well, Payne is going to make that a little harder by firing at a maximum.
82.
Perfect time for a 180 when someone gets off the mark. Makes it so much more difficult for someone to get into your throw.
100.
Yeah, great response to losing a leg, and finds the treble for the 4th time, the 5th time.
139.
Tried to switch to the 19s.
I feel that 6th dart was a bit rushed. He sensed that if you went for that 60 again on dart 6, something was going to fall
125.
out. So clever. Maybe should have composed himself a bit more, but it's okay.
Well, all about winning the leg, and he looks in pretty good shape to do that.
140.
Josh really good mates with Chris Dobie, who won today. Notice Chris was there on the walk-on, giving Josh a good look. Fist pump. 2 really big names for the future.
95. Josh, you require 42.
So it's 10. And double 16 for 4-1. Awkward.
10 score.
Flick the flight, you could hear it there. But where's way back? In order to apply some pressure, we're looking at least a ton here.
95. Josh, you require 32.
Another chance at this double 16 for Josh Payne. And this time, he goes inside, so up to double 8.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Josh Payne.
Middle of the bed, and a
6th leg
4-1
is
lead.
West to throw first. Game on.
Question for you, Chris. Do you think that we're watching the difference between a
41.
really confident player and someone who is fighting?
Paul, I think you mentioned it before, Paul, about younger players maybe having less sort of scar tissue.
95.
Maybe that's what's happening between these two players, because Wes has got a fair bit of it over the last couple of years, and Josh Payne is just emerging onto the scene. Nothing really to lose at this stage in his career.
140.
Well put. So you can see the angle of Josh's dart there, bashing into each other, hitting a 180.
180.
And that little flick at the end, kicking to the right, definitely working in his favour.
And the closer he's getting to the finish
45.
line, the faster he seems to be running here, Josh Payne.
Definitely not frightened of winning. And that's a very dangerous quality in professional darts and professional sport as a whole.
97.
The crowd getting a bit excited now.
135. Joshua Kwan,
It
129.
leaves the finish, but Payne has a smaller one, and he's got the first part of the combination.
Treble 16. He'll just set it up. Only
89.
just.
Wes Kwan, 140.
The 140 for Wes. Gets the treble. Will he stay there? Will he go tops? Stayed there.
100.
It was a well-thrown
Joshua
dart.
Kwan,
It was aggressive.
40.
You know what they say, if it's not up, it's not in. Tops for Josh. It's a good guide.
Game
Perfect
shot on the
guide.
6th leg. Josh Payne.
Yeah, flicked it straight off the
7th leg
barrel
is Josh to throw first.
and into the
Game
bed.
on.
And now just needs one more leg to book a second round tie with Benito van der Pas.
140.
There's someone who's playing well at the moment. Van der Pas with 2 Pro Tour victories this year.
97.
That could well be one of the rivalries for the next 10 years. Josh Payne against Van der Pas.
Yeah, we're seeing something in darts at the moment, because the last few Pro Tour winners have been Josh Payne, Benito van der Pas and Gerwyn Price.
100.
All young. All relatively skinny. New image of darts has started.
100.
I think someone said to me earlier on tonight, I wouldn't want to be in an arm wrestling fight with Josh Payne. He's definitely got the guns for it.
45.
I wouldn't want to be in a darts match with him.
I don't think many people want to be in a darts match with him at the moment. I think Wes
95.
has thrown really well in this match. His rhythm has been very good. Maybe just lacking a slight bit of confidence.
Yeah, the actual standard of play has been similar, but Payne has just done the right things at the right times.
Yeah, and sometimes that can just
96.
propel you over the line.
He's left 120 to finish the job.
Previous
45.
times that second
Joshua
dart goes
Kwan,
in.
120.
When you're struggling in a match, they just don't go. But it's 120 for the match. Well, he's going to see if he can leave double 10. And he does.
100. Wes require
A big ask for
164.
Wes Newton to keep his hopes alive, and it's not going to happen. Payne will return for double 10.
100.
Book his place
Josh
in the
require
next round.
20.
Here comes the Payne. Unfortunately, it could be for Wes Newton. Double 10. One more. Not
No
today.
score.
So a lifeline for Wes
Wes
Newton.
require 64.
And he likes this corner of the board. Single 16. Double top to stay alive.
Game
Does
shot on the
so.
7th leg. Wes Newton. 8th leg is Wes to throw
That's a
first.
valuable break.
Game on.
But breaks don't matter anymore, really. It's all about Wes. You've got to win 4 in a row. And it can be done.
Yep, fabulous finish from Wes Newton. As we
135.
were saying before, the averages are almost identical, but Payne's just managed to get the right things at the right time. That time, Newton punishing him for a couple of
59.
mistakes.
I think if I was in Wes's shoes right now, you'd think, oh, okay, I can relax. People think Josh is going to win this game. There's one thing that we know about certain players. It's whether they wilt in this kind of
99.
situation or whether they fight, and we know that Wes is a fighter.
You've been in some fights with him, Paul.
Oh, yeah. Too many to count.
81.
Go to my grave with that Blackpool exit that he handed me with that 160 finish, which broke my heart. But it's class.
135.
What he was able to do under that kind of pressure was absolutely immense. Give him nothing but credit. This game isn't over.
Yeah, he's looking like he's probably going to make it 5-3.
60. Wes require 132.
That's the old thing, isn't it? You're far behind. Steal a break. Yes, you're 3 behind, but you relax a bit. The only time he should really feel pressure in this match is if it goes 5-5. So just keep playing darts and keep doing your thing.
54.
Payne can't leave a finish now.
60. Wes
So
require 78.
Doesn't matter if he gets in this visit. Obviously would prefer to. 20 for tops, which he pinned in the last leg.
Game shot
No
on the
problem
8th
again
leg.
for Wes Newton.
9th leg is Josh to throw first. Game on.
It certainly isn't over. Payne looking to compose himself and get off with a strong start here. But the treble 20 has just been eluding him slightly the last few visits.
60.
It has there. That were 3 really good darts. Excellent 60. Wes, stay in the present. And just keep
59.
battling away. Key to winning dart matches is just winning the mini battles at every visit and every leg, and they add up to victories if you do those right. But Josh, back in that 60.
140.
And Newton looking to follow. That doesn't help.
41.
What's really interesting as well, Murph, is the fact that Wes has tinkered with a few different types of flights, a few different types of stems over the last couple of years. And what's he
81.
using now when he's playing slightly better what he was using before. So maybe that is the formula that's right for him. And sometimes it's right to tinker because you might get that extra 2-3%.
100.
But for Wes, right now, I think what he's got in his hand is the right thing to use.
100.
A great last dart that was from Josh.
Yep, Newton requires a big visit now. A 180 would put him right on Payne's heels. And he gets it.
182.
What did we say
Josh
about Wes
require
Newton and his fighting
120.
qualities? Such credit goes to Newton.
They don't call him the warrior for nothing. And he will get a stab at this 1-2-1.
60.
He'll
Wes
fancy
require
this now. He really will.
121.
He'll be game on if he hits this. What a dart that is. Single 11. Bullseye for 5-4. Oh, moved
96.
the bullseye wire.
Josh requires
Great
60.
attempt.
Fantastic fight from Newton, but Payne will have 2 shots at double top to knock Newton out of the Austrian Darts Open and move through himself. One goes begging,
20.
so does a second, and Newton here with
Wes
a big,
require
big chance
25.
to move within a leg of his opponent.
This is starting to feel familiar. Double 8. Double 4 to stay alive.
21.
Oh, it's not there. They're the kind of shots that he was hitting a few years
Josh
ago.
require 40.
And he knows it. Did have a chance to keep himself in the game. But Josh really should kill this off now. 3 clean darts at tops. And there it is, right in the middle.
Match, Josh
6-3 to Josh Payne, and he progresses. Well played at both players. Really good fighting from Wes Newton. But ultimately, Josh comes out on top.
Yeah, it's Payne for Wes Newton as Josh Payne moves through to the next round. He'll play Benito Vanderpass tomorrow. Next up, we've got an unknown quantity in the Austrian Nico Mandel. He takes on the ferret, Johnny Clayton. Join us for that.